Hey, what is going on everybody, and welcome to Fantasia. For today, we're going to be jumping into another session of Epic 7. Now today, got some RTA for you guys, and this time, we're going to be doing some Backseat battling, and it's going to showcase some people from our Discord server. So if you're interested in joining Fantasia, then go to the description down below, click on the Discord link, and join up. We're going to try to do this a bit more often on my server, do some mock battles every once in a while, and you can join in on the fun. So right now we have Say on the left going up against Trinity on the right. We got some very serious pre-bans coming in. We got Fire Corvus, Green Lots, we got Mara and Roz banned out, the protagonists of the game, and we're gonna see Fairy Tale Tenebria on the right side coming out. Trinity repping her, well, rep unit. Gonna be interesting to see what her build is like. Oh, but we're gonna see BBK and Kron coming out on the right side already. Trinity going for the triple Tenebrias here. So we get F10A, S10A, and Fire 10A. That's gonna be pretty fun to see. Oh, but we got a T-Surin coming out on the left side. Say is not holding back. Oh, this evasion squad here. Okay, Ryla getting chosen out to accompany that T-Surin, and on the right side we got ML Elena being picked. Oh, and we got a Bunny Dom to round things out. And on the left side we also see Spirit Eye Celine. So now, wonder what is gonna happen. Okay, so we see the ML Elena getting banned, and we also see Kron getting banned out too. Alright, let's see what happens in this match. Oh, F10 is going to take turn 1, actually faster than the Spirit Eye Celine. That's a pretty nice build there. And we're gonna see the, hopefully, provokes come out. Oh, redirected provoke from the Spirit Eye Celine. Gonna hit the Fairy Tale Tenebria, who is now going to counterattack. Okay, and the T-Surin's also silenced. She is provoked, so the silence doesn't really matter all too much. We're gonna see the Bunny Dom coming out here, popping her S3. Okay, and she's gonna boost up the team, got an attack buff going on, and now we're gonna see the Spectre Tenebria, or no, sorry, not the Spectre Tenebria, T-Surin actually. Gonna go ahead and S3 there. The Rylet, ooh, going for the Fire Tenebria. Oh, that's gonna hurt quite a bit, taking her out, but the Spectre is gonna kind of remain untouched. The BBK, though, had her immortality stripped. This Spectre Tenebria can actually soul burn and take out, ooh, took out the BBK. That's a lot of damage from that single target attack. And we're gonna see the soul burn going in on the Celine. Okay, and is she actually gonna be finishing off the Celine here? This can actually help push back the rest of the units. Oh, and that's gonna be some pretty good utility there. And now the Tenebria is gonna go ahead and hit the Tempest Surin. Bunny can actually sleep T-Surin. We're gonna see if it, oh, actually slept the Ryla, hitting through the evasion. What is happening here? Okay, and T-Surin got a Gab. Gonna go ahead and hit the Bunny Dom. Spectre Tenebria, though, going for a really strong S1 there. Okay. Oh, Fairy Tale Tenebria is forced to hit that Rylet. And the Bunny Dom misses. Oh, the Rylet's gonna go and finish off the Bunny Dom here. Oh, that's gonna hurt quite a bit. And oh boy, it looks like this is gonna go to Say. Very well played though. Ryla gonna finish off the F10A, and we're gonna see the Tempest Surin coming with the Gab to finish off the Spectre Tenebria. Wow, that was a close one. That sleep on the Rylet could have made it, right? It could have made or broken the game if that second one had landed. Alright, so on the left side we have Big Baka going up against Asperia. And they're both my guild mates, both people I'm very familiar with, actually. Both from the global server here. And we're going to see how they pan out in this match. Okay, we have Lua and Ron getting banned out, along with Rimuru and Aola. Asperia going for a first pick the Great Mortelix. Oh, we're gonna have a lore accurate type of situation here. We have Senya getting picked out on the left side. Oh boy, what is gonna happen? Two Earth Knights facing off against each other. Conqueror Lilius coming out on the left for some debuffs. Now Mort cannot be stunned or slept, but he can be provoked. So see, Lilius is a pretty decent control option into the Mort. But we're gonna see an ML Cowrick coming out on the right side along with a specialty change Arwell. It's going to be quite nice to see how that pans out. Both units actually having very powerful skills that can full strip the buffs on a single target unit. So really, really nice to see both of these units on the same team. It's going to be really difficult for Big Baka here to try to navigate around this. Now, the good thing is that C. Lilius's buffs, the Vigor buff, is actually undispellable, so we can't get rid of those. But Senya's counterattack buff looks like it might be in trouble, especially if this ML Cowrick is gonna have high effectiveness. Arwell gives herself an effectiveness buff, so even if it's an ER Senya with about 100 ER, it's a 50-50 shot from most Arwells in terms of whether or not they dispel the counterattack buff. But Big Baka has 10 more seconds to choose, going for the Tomoka, going for a very aggressive approach. Straze getting picked out as well, very nice to see. Oh, but we see a Zeo coming out from Asperia, and this Zeo is gonna be painful, right? Can go first, doesn't matter how fast the C. Lilius or Tomoka are, because Zeo is actually so fast. If you build around 250 something speed, he's gonna be cutting units that have 320 speed, right? Because he gains 20% combat readiness at the start of the battle, and nothing can stop him, not even Politis. So Zeo's definitely going to be taking turn 1 if he makes it through. Now, we also see that Sage Ball is being picked. Very powerful pick, actually, into C. Lilius and into Tomoka, because they can't really do anything to stop him, right? Oh, but we do see a Politis coming out, so if Zeo gets banned here, Politis could potentially stop the Sage Ball from cutting immediately after the Tomoka or the C. Lilius going. So we see Zeo getting banned out, Politis though getting banned out as well. That allows the Sage Ball to go ahead and cut after this Tomoka or after the C. Lilius takes the turn, so it's going to be quite powerful. Okay, C. Lilius is going to be taking turn 1. Tomoka's pretty close behind. Now, the C. Lilius going for the S3. Is that going to be a good decision here? Because Sage Ball, as you can see, cuts, right? And if this C. Lilius can't provoke the Sage Ball, then it's going to be quite an issue, right? The provoke is going to be coming out. Oh, but the Sage Ball resists, as most Sage Balls do, because they're built with high resist, and most are on Bastion as well. Going to sleep, the Tomoka. Oh, and the Straze and the C. Lilius. Ooh, that is going to be pretty painful here. ML Cowrick is going to be taking the turn. Let's see what he's going to do. Okay, popping the S3, probably the correct choice. Holding off on the S2, waiting for the Senya to take a turn and get that counterattack buff up. And everyone getting the immunity here means that no one will be getting provoked. So that was a good play by the ML Cowrick. They're holding on to the skill. Mort now countering Senya. This is lore accurate interactions between the characters here. So now we see that Arwell is taking the turn. Could potentially use this to stun something like the Straze. So as we can see here, that's actually what's going to happen, just in case, right? Because there's not a lot of damage on the right side. There is Mort, and he will be taking the turn, but it's not very likely that Mort can one-shot Straze. So it's a good thing that he got the stun in just in case this doesn't kill. And as we can see here, Straze still alive, Tomoka also hanging on there. Oh, nice little dual attack by the Arwell to push the Straze off. Now what are we gonna see here? Senya versus the world. Okay, gonna see a attack going in onto the Sage Ball. Sage Ball can now take the turn, can sleep the Tomoka. Oh, and the sleep is going to land. That is quite painful indeed. And seeing the Arwell, oh, and Arwell actually going to finish off the Tomoka. But again, like I said, the Senya, if she pops that S3, what's going to happen is we have Hangai, the ML Cowrick, waiting to trigger that S2 here. Oh, and the resist coming out as well on the ML Calric and on the Arwell. So that's not too good. And the other two units had immunity. So got no provokes here. Okay, Mort gonna go ahead and attack the Sea Lilies. Get the proc, got anti-crit buff on everybody. Very nice, Mortelix. So now we see the Sea Lily is taking the turn, dual attacking into the Calric. Ooh, very nice. Got that essential provoke. Now, Calric can only self-cleanse if he has that S3 available. And because we saw Calric pop that S3 at the start of the match, I don't believe it is up yet. Now, yep, there we go. So he can't cleanse here, but has to wake up the Senya by hitting her, because she did provoke him. Okay, so we can see the Arwell attacking as well. Ooh, I actually got rid of the counter buff. That's not good, because Senya now can't get rid of this defense break that is on her, and that is gonna hurt quite a bit. Now the Great Mortelix, oh, he's gonna take the turn, he's gonna crit the Senya! No anti-crit coming out here. Oh, how painful to watch. But there you have it. I think that is gonna be it. Asperia taking this one from Baka. And we're going to see the Arwell attacking, just chipping away at the opponent here. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be pretty much over. ML Calric doing quite a bit of good damage as well. Now, is this going to be it? Is this the Great Mortelix? Oh, not quite. But he does proc again, which you love to see. Alright, the Sea Lily is gonna be on her last stand. Gonna try to go out in a blaze of glory, but Sage Ball should be able to rip an S3 here and finish things off. So there you have it, all those eyes on Sea Lilius taking her down for the count. Very nicely played to both players here, but Asperia is gonna take the cake. Alright, so we have Adelaide on the left side going up against Gavin Reed on the right. Let's go ahead and see how this match goes down. We see both players repping a husbando rep. We got Zahak on the left side and we got Kayron on the right. So it's going to be quite interesting to see how this one plays out indeed. Both players now selecting their pre-bans. Let's see what they go for. Oh, and we see some pretty strong pre-bans coming out. Lua and Sid, along with Sea Lilius and ML Calric. Alright, Diane's going to be the first pick on the left side, and that is going to be a pretty strong start. Now, Diane getting picked out is not as strong as she used to be because Soul Weavers don't get that +7 speed in RTA anymore, and there are some pretty strong counters to her in the form of Aola and Rimuru, not to mention indirect counters such as Landy that punishes buff stacking. That can be available as well. A-Ra's getting picked out on the right side though. That's a pretty solid choice of a knight. Right, his utility in terms of defense breaks and dual attacks can really help. Even though Diane has anti-crit buffs, having a defense break on something and not critting still does quite a bit of damage. We're gonna see the Shu getting picked out on the right side as well. Okay, that's a pretty strong pick. It's an early pick and could get countered by some earth units. As we see here, we got specialty change Glenn. That is so awesome to see. And we see a Crow as well. Diane and Crow, very reminiscent of early game RTAs, early days, right, from a few years back. But it's good to see Crow back in the stage here, but I really want to see Glenn. He has himself greater attack buff, I believe he can give himself, and he has the ability to extinct units as well. Now, Glenn is not a bruiser, not HP scaling, so he might be on the squishier side, plus his 3-star stat line. Even though specialty changes help a little bit there, makes him a little bit vulnerable to stuff like Shu. But we'll see, he is a ranger, he could be on Guiding Light. Now we see Landy, speaking of Guiding Light, Landy coming out on the right side, gonna be pretty strong into both of these ice units, both of these buffers, right? We have defense buff from Crow, anti-crit barrier, and attack buff from the DN, and again, Glenn can buff himself as well. So it's gonna be quite a strong matchup for Gavin Reed as of right now. Alencia being picked out as well. Double Earth units is a bit of an issue, however. We see Adelaide going for a Ludwig. That's what you like to see here. Now, I was about to say that if Adelaide went for 2 fire units and banned out the Shu, that would have also been a pretty strong choice. But who is going to follow up this Ludwig here? are we gonna see some diversity? Because, oh no we're not, we're gonna see 3 Earth DPSs coming out. Not bad, right? Not bad going into a Shu and double Earth DPSs as well. Alright, Gavin Reed has the last pick here. Now they can go for a fire unit, perhaps. A fire unit would be pretty strong. Oh, but the Solitaria, very nice pick here. Solitaria being able to go first and control something pretty early on is actually a pretty nice option. But we see that Solitaria is probably going to get banned out on the right side. Now on the left, I would say something like Dien or Zahak is probably the best bet. So we see the support unit Dien getting banned out here. Now both fast openers now are going to get banned. We see Zahak probably taking turn 1 here. Probably can't hit the Landy if she's on Guiding Light, but we do see Shu and Alencia that could be vulnerable to the Zahak's injury that's on his S3. So we see a Draco play Zahak. Okay, that's pretty nice. Now Zahak can push somebody up here, as we can see. The Landy would take the next turn. However, oh, the Glenn is going to get pushed up. Glenn is, in fact, on Guiding Light. As you can see, his animations looks freaking sick. Now, we're going to see, oh, into the Proof of Valor, Alencia. Okay, not going to be dealing that much damage, but that injury is going to render her future damage quite impacted here. Oh, we see the greater attack buff coming out from Glenn. Gives himself a crit buff as well. He's gonna launch. Oh, look at that damage! The Shu, though, not gonna go down without a fight. Getting that barrier from A-Roz and countering into the Glenn, dealing a third of his health as damage. Now Shu gonna rip that S3 and giving that anti-crit buff to her whole team. Landy now gonna be taking the turn. Not enough buffs on the other team for her to go for a full burst, but enough for the A-Roz to get pushed up before the Ludwig. Now, A-Roz could actually go for the dual attack into the Ludwig, and we can see Ludwig not going to take a turn. The Landy finishing him off, and now Alencia is going to be taking the turn here. Going to go for an S3. Going to try to strip off all the buffs here. Oh, the Glenn is going to be going down, and Zahak. Oh, Zahak resisted, though. That might actually be huge. Right, we can see the crowd coming in for the S3, and he's gonna go right for the Landy here. Oh, he misses, and the Landy, Landy's still gonna live. The Shu counters, Landy's gonna get a full burst, but this is only really gonna hurt the crowd because the Zahak is still invincible. 15%ing that Alencia strip was huge, but that does mean that crowd will be going down here. And hopefully the Zahak, though, will be able to turn this around. Let's see what happens. Zahak, ooh, I mean, he's facing down, the problem here is that he's facing down A-Roz, right? All the other units are so low, and he has that attack buff, he has his S1 that can deal a ton of damage, but I don't think he is enough to finish off everyone by himself. Okay, we're gonna see. He's gonna soul burn, actually gonna crit and finish off the Shu. Very, very nice. But now I think he's too vulnerable. Landy is gonna go and hit him here, even with the Draco plate helping him out with the reduced crit damage that's gonna hit him. Yeah, the Roz is gonna finish him off. Well played to both players. Really nice seeing that specially changed Glenn coming out for a show. Alright, so now we have a Minus Dark going up against Say. Let's go ahead and see what these two have to offer. Both very solid players and both very experienced in the game as well. Okay, so we see Minus on the left, repping the Lionheart Sirmia, love to see it, and on the right, Say, repping that Mui. Which is a very nice unit that I really want to see get buffed as well. We're going to see Arwal getting banned out along with Green Lots, DJB, and the Fire Corvus. Okay, and we have Light Aiden getting picked out by Say on the right side. Zahak now picked on the left. Right. Oh, we see Zahak and Lua. Alrighty then, that is going to be a pretty strong combination into the Aiden actually. Lua being able to go and reset Aiden's S3, and Zahak with that additional hit chance on his own S3 going to be able to finish off that Aiden. And most Zahaks are built faster than Aidens, right? Aidens are usually built base around 200 speed, maybe a little lower depending on the build. Lifesteal builds are a little slower, but Zahak usually built in the 250s, 260s. You can even see 270s and 80s sometimes. So Zahak is definitely a force to be reckoned with. But we see Sei going with the A-Raz and the Destina. Not a bad option into very aggressive teams like the Zahak here, because Destina will be able to revive everybody. But we see a Leica coming out on the left side from Minus. That is going to be a very nice unit to keep up the tempo, right? Leica being able to dual attack, be able to sleep the whole team is going to be very powerful. Spectre Tenebria coming out as well. Very strong unit into Aiden, being able to stop any counterattacks that might happen. Oh, but we see Celine getting picked out to counter that Lua and to potentially counter this Leica as well. We're going to see how effective this is in terms of stopping the units on Minus's team. And we see Dilibet also getting picked out. Not too bad of an option into something like Leica. However, if Lua's able to reset the Dilibet, then she won't be able to cleanse the team. We'll see how it plays out. ML Cowrick is going to be the last pick on Minus's side. Okay, and the bans are going to be coming in. We're going to see that last unit get selected here. Quite a tough choice. I would probably say perhaps the Spectre Tenebria or the Zaha gets banned down the left, and we might actually see a Destina ban on the right side here. Oh, but the last unit selection it's really tough, right? A lot of these are kind of 50-50 bans as well. Okay, but we're going to see Zahak and the Celine get banned out. Okay, so predicted the Zaha correctly, and the Celine is actually going to be the one to go, allowing the Lua and the Leica to be able to do their skills. And they're likely going to be going first. Yeah, we see Minus's team taking all the turns before Sei's. Oh, we see A-Raz resisting that Lua though. No sleep coming out here. However, Lua could potentially be resetting some people. As we see, okay, the Destina is not going to get reset there, but the Dilibet is. We see Aiden getting hit there with a Soul Burn from Spectre Tenebria. Actually a very smart play so that Aiden cannot counterattack with her AoE. And now we see Spectre ripping that S3 into the A-Raz. Oh, and he's going to resist that. There was no crit either from this. That's actually quite unfortunate. Alright, we're going to see that Dilibet now going to be taking the turn, hitting the Leica. Uh-oh, that was quite a bit of damage, even though this Leica's at 19k HP. Oh, no target debuff from that Leica. That resist from the Aiden did bring Spectre Tenebria, and she is now going to be double stealthed here, as you can see, with her permanent passive, along with the Lua's artifact, I believe, that was on Leica, I presume. Okay, ML Cowrick, though, going to attack buff the whole team, and now no one can be attacked except the Cowrick here. The Spectre Tenebria could actually be packing quite a punch. We are going to see how much she does on that next hit. Alright. But it is going to be, that's going to be quite tough for Minus to come back from this. Losing that Leica so early in this match, she is what was necessary to keep up the tempo. However, ML Cowrick is still a very powerful unit, and we're going to see what he can do. Aiden now going to get pushed up by the Destina, I believe, got some heals, and she gets another push because ML Cowrick attacked her, and she was able to evade. Now Aiden's going to rip that S3. How much damage is going to be coming in here? Oh, quite a bit of damage. 15k damage along with that barrier from ML Cowrick means that would have been very painful. Okay, but we see, Aiden dodging yet again. The whole team on Sei's side is just invincible. Alright, we're going to see that Dilibet rip her S3. She has a defense buff. She's going to be doing quite a bit of damage here. And, ooh, hitting that Spectre for quite a decent chunk, right? If that Spectre Tenebria's lifesteal should be in a better condition. And I believe she might be. We'll see. ML Cowrick, though, looks like he's on his last legs here, and that poke from Destina, not looking too good. Gonna hit that A-Raz, push up the Lua some more. Lua's gonna S1 into Lua. Oh, into the A-Raz, get that dual attack. Unfortunately, no defense break. If there's a defense break there, that would have been fantastic, right? Defense break into a Spectre Tenebria dual attack would have been lethal. But now that Lua is stealth and Spectre is there, Spectre can be taken down by this A-Raz here if he had that dual attack available. Well played. Well played. Alright, so we have a request from Trinity to take down King Neptune, so we're going to see the matchup here as we commence the bullying. So Trinity on the left side facing against King Neptune on the right. And we're gonna see how this plays out. Oh no, we got Meru and Roz banned, and we have C. Lilius and Diane as well. Alright, seems like pretty decent bans all around. Even though Roz and Meru might seem like joke bans, Meru is actually a very strong unit that can clutch things out with her artifact, and Roz being one of the best knights in the game, probably second right now only to Arowell. It is a pretty strong pre-ban, but we see Solitaria getting first picked, and that response is going to be met with an FCC and an ML Calric on the right side. Pretty solid picks, I'd say. ML Calric is very good into Solitaria, be able to cleanse her debuffs, and Solitaria can't really control ML Calric because of his self-cleansing abilities. Alright, we see Milim coming out on the left side as well. Pretty solid as a DPS unit, but there's not really any stealth units that she can punish on King Neptune's side. Spectre Tenebria, though, getting picked out. Very good generic DPS unit to go for. Right, and a lot of people do have access to her. She's one of what I would consider a hyper carry DPS, right? She can be used as a solo DPS, much like a Ravi could be used as a solo DPS into many teams. But with the backing of things like Milim and with Solitaria, she's looking pretty good. Just gotta be careful though, because Solitaria can stealth herself, and if Solitaria and Spectre Tenebria are the last ones on the field, if Solitaria goes into stealth, then Spectre Tenebria can be vulnerable to some attacks. Oh, but we see Irvelin, not fully awakened, being picked out on King Neptune's side. Hey, this not fully awakened Irvelin could be a big brain play, right? Not getting that last awakening. It's like what people have done with Hua Young, right? To min-max her HP, try to squeeze out damage, because Irvelin does much of the same that Hua Young does. The difference in HP is going to matter for the damage. Now, Ed getting picked out as well on Neptune's side. Okay. And we're going to see a Ravi on Trinity's side here. Quite interesting. Wonder what the last pick is going to be. You're going to want a support unit. Now we have Solitaria as a support unit on the left side, but you really want someone that can round out the team. Some sort of reviver at this point would be pretty good. Another type of opener of some sort. Perhaps even a knight for mitigation. Oh, but nice. We're going to see Lua coming out. Very nice pick, actually. Lua could potentially help quite a bit in terms of stopping the ML Calric from cleansing, so used in conjunction with Solitaria, you might be able to see some nice things come out. The Ed is looking like he's probably going to be the ban here, especially because Ed's pretty good against Solitaria, Spectre Tenebria, and Lua. We're going to see Dilibet coming out as well, ooh, to answer all these debuffs. Got a lot of cleansers. Okay, so the Ed should be the one that gets banned for Trinity, and King Neptune, oh, King Neptune's gonna ban out that Lua. Alright, most people are indeed afraid of Lua, and Lua would have been pretty good into the remaining 4 if Ed gets banned, because if ML Calric and Dilbeck get reset, then they essentially lose their first turn. Oh, but this Irvelin is so fast! Look at him go even faster than the ML Calric. We're gonna see the S3 coming out into the Solitaria, not gonna be able to kill though, probably because Solitaria doesn't have that much health there. Oh, but we see the, the damage from ML Calric might be built as a bruiser here. What is going on? Oh my god, the FCC putting up the skill nullifiers on everybody, but this is not the end of the line just yet, and that's because we see that A. Ravi still has her S3. She could revive somebody, and that could make a big difference here. Now, Irvelin's going to counter into the Milim. Very smart to go for the Milim into the Irvelin here. That way, the Irvelin has a chance to miss. Oh, that damage out from that Milim! Oh my god, deleting! Absolutely deleting that Irvelin there. and we're going to see the Dilibet ripping that S3, missing on the Milim, very nice. The Spectre Tenebria gets hit quite a bit, but we're going to see her still survive, and she's going to take the turn. She's going to S1 there into the Dilibet, not going for an S3. Okay. And we're going to see the ML Calric go and cleanse, going to buff the team. There's no heals on the right side, and that's the main thing. Ravi has self-healing capabilities, and so does Milim, so that could be a big difference here for the two. We're going to see Milim keep getting chipped away at, but what we'll see is that now Ravi going to go for that Dilibet there. Going to do quite a bit of damage. Oh, nice little dual attack coming out from the Spectre Tenebria along with the Milim. Is Spectre Tenebria going to be able to finish off this Dilibet though? Oh, we're going to see the S3 connect with that Dilibet, and it's going to finish her off just barely, and we're going to see that King Neptune concedes to Trinity. Very nicely played from both sides. So, with that being said, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I really do appreciate it. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like, subscribe for more Epic 7 content, and leave a comment down below. Let me know what I can do to improve. And until next time, take care.